What's up, fam? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Appreciate everybody tapping into the channel. Grand risings to everybody out there. I know it's some afternoon somewhere, evening somewhere, so peace and love to everybody. Appreciate everybody tapping into the channel. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Man, we got a good one today. Hope everybody enjoying their Sunday, starting their Sunday off the right way. You know what I'm saying? Positive, feeling good. I'm definitely feeling good. Y'all got excuse the boxes and stuff in the background. Y'all moving, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how that be. But I came across some of these videos. I know I'm late. I don't know if y'all heard about my man Natureboy. I guess he was a cult leader or a tribe leader or something say. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm late. I'm just coming across it, but it's crazy, man. We're going to check out some of these videos. I want to get some of y'all thoughts and everything, but appreciate everybody tapping in. Early morning, y'all. Let's get it.
Fam over.
Remember this guy, Charlie Manson? He started a cult in the 60s called The Family and manipulated his followers to commit mass unaliving of a group of Hollywood elites in their mansion. Well, the case is even more disturbing than it appears, and yes, the CIA was involved. During that time, the CIA was obsessed with mind control experiments, and they were basically looking for a way to develop what they referred to as a Manchurian candidate, or someone that could be manipulated into unaliving American government enemies. The CIA also thought a little compound called LSD showed great potential in its ability to facilitate mind control. And guess who's confirmed to have been a part of at least 2 LSD mind control experiments during this time? None other than Charlie Manson. In fact, Manson's parole officer, Roger Smith, was a PhD student at Berkeley that had been granted money by the CIA to research LSD use. What a coincidence. Roger Smith set up a free clinic in San Francisco where he administered LSD to Manson and many of Manson's followers. Those experiments later came to be known as a part of MKUltra, and Manson later came to be known as one of the most dangerous and prolific cult leaders of all time. Manson completely brainwashed his victims to do his violent bidding and commit unspeakable acts that they wouldn't have even considered before they met him. This was an ability that the CIA was actively researching and trying to replicate for use by the American government. So do you think Manson's involvement with the CIA was a coincidence? Or do you think it was an intentional experiment to see how far cult followers could be pushed when under the influence of a charismatic leader like Manson? If your mind was as blown by this information as mine, I made t-shirts to commemorate the fact that one of the most violent, dangerous, prolific cult leaders of all time was fed LSD by the American government. Never forget.
Here we have some comparisons with Barbara Bush, married to President Bush, and Aleister Crowley, the father of modern Satanism. Aleister Crowley wrote many books about all these satanic rituals he was involved in, and he also had encounters with Pauline Pierce, the mother of Barbara Bush. If
I don't know how this video got in here, y'all.
Power to give people kingdoms, what kind of deceptions do you think he is using in the world? Why is it that so many powerful and influential people look like they come from the same family?
Why was your mum not at the party if all the parents were at the party?
She doesn't do the sex to us.
Was she at the party?
Yeah, no.
Why wasn't she at the party? Why didn't she get invited?
Because she doesn't touch us, she doesn't do sex to us.
Why wasn't she at the party?
Because she doesn't do sex to us.
I know she doesn't do sex, but...
And also because she's a vegan.
Right, but that's not a reason not to go to a party, is it?
No, there is a reason, because there's only because she's a vegan, the party is non-vegan.
So it's a non-vegan party?
Yeah.
So why was you allowed to go then?
As most of you folks know already, that is a Freemason symbol. You guys know that Freemasons run the world, basically. They work for Lucifer. There's all kinds of Freemasons that are in high-level positions or lower-level positions like police officers or whatnot, but there's, you know, higher-up judges and whatnot that are Freemasons. And yes, they throw this stuff in your face all the time. Commercials, movies, you name it. Movies like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery. So you guys see her as he walks through the doors here. Doors got Freemason symbols all over them to show you who they worship. And they've been doing this in movies since the beginning, folks. They've just been getting more ballsy as the years have gone by. Now you guys can either wake up. This is
Are Freemasons a satanic cult, y'all? It's basically it's fraternities, cults. Then shit, like I don't know. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate everybody in the building, y'all. Let's keep it going, though. It's just getting better.
the Great Awakening, or you guys could go right back to sleep. It's up to you.
Identify yourself.
Suggest you guys wake up and realize Lucifer runs these groups like the Freemasons. These guys run your life. And it's one big club, and you ain't in it.
Nice, was it
Yeah,
nice?
and he buyed us stuff we shouldn't have had.
Yeah, like what?
Like, he buyed us chicken, and he also bought us unhealthy stuff.
Like what?
Like slush. Do you know slush?
Yeah, I do. It's like
Yeah,
ice and flavour.
It's not unhealthy, my mum said.
It's unhealthy, is it?
No.
But what did it taste like?
It tastes like really sweet.
Did it?
Yeah.
So you had slush and you had chicken.
Yeah.
And it was a topsy-turvy land.
Yeah.
And did you
And
go
fish
there?
and chips.
Fish and chips?
Yeah, fish fingers.
Were they nice?
No, I didn't like the chips. No, I like the chips, but I didn't like the... Well, my mum said the chips are bad. But my mum said but the one my grandma does chips, they're good. Put the olive oil. Do you know they make chips and they put really bad oil in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mum
But,
said.
and your nan?
Yeah, but my grandma does good ones, like with
Yeah.
olive oil.
Oh, right, okay.
Instead of bad oil, like other kind of oil.
So, so when you're having contact all day, you'd go to things like Topsy-Turvy Land.
Yeah, and do you know East Finchley swimming pool?
I know it. Is it near the cinema? Is it? And
Yeah!
I know it, yeah. Did
Yeah.
you go there, did you?
Yeah.
And what's that like there?
Really fun.
Is it?
Yeah, and he did sex to us there.
Okay, well,
And he bought us sweets we're not supposed to have.
okay. So there's three things that happened there. It was
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah,
there was sex there,
yeah, he did sex to us.
and you said,
He buys us sweets
and he
we're not,
buys you sweets you're not
we're not
supposed to
supposed to
have.
have. Like gelatine we're not supposed to have.
So how many times did you go there to the swimming pool?
Like every Saturday. Not every Saturday, but we still went other places.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to that time. We also went to his friend's house. We had fun there, but he did sex to us.
This cult leader gave children baths and then assaulted them.
Man, oh my God, man. Let's just keep it going.
This is Michael Olurumbi, one of the worst pedophiles in British history. So this is Michael Olurumbi. He was born in Nigeria, moved to England, and eventually started a small church inside of his home. This church, called the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, was operated out of his home and had about 40 members. Starting in 1989, Michael would sexually abuse children for a period of over 20 years. So apparently all these crimes took place at his house under the guise of religious guidance. He and his wife would take children to the upstairs bathroom in their homes and give them a spiritual bath. And usually these minors were either naked or wearing only a small red sash. Before or during this bath, he would force children to drink perfume, and then during the process, he would sexually assault them. Once again, with the help of his wife, and apparently this happened over 88 times. He claimed that these were instructions from God, that he was told by God to bathe these children to assault them, and then he would tell the kids that if they didn't comply, they could turn into a witch, or they would fail all their school exams, or someone in their family would die. When one of the victim's parents confronted him eventually, he claimed that all of a sudden all of this was brought on by the devil. He was being possessed by the devil. He said that he was an animal in human skin. But when 4 of his victims became pregnant, he forced them to terminate their pregnancies. One girl who suffered abuse for many years even claimed that she was forced to terminate 5 to 6 different pregnancies by Michael. Eventually, though, a victim brought all this information to the police and he was finally arrested in 2018. He was actually arrested at the Birmingham airport when he was attempting to travel to Nigeria. And like I said before, he had been working as a priest, a pastor, for years while all of this was going on. Eventually, his wife, who helped run this cult and helped facilitate all of these terrible acts, was sentenced to 11 years in prison. And Michael was sentenced to a measly 34 years. I don't think that that's even close to as much as this guy should have gotten, but he is in prison now. He was just sentenced and convicted in 2020.
Ah, man. Oh, my God. I hope somebody torturing them in prison. I hope somebody making it very hard for both of them in prison. That's crazy, y'all. And then, like, that's why you got to be careful, man. That's what these people be doing that. I hate to say it, these pastors, these preachers, these big mega churches and all that, you know what I'm saying? That's what they be doing. They people get to looking at them like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they God, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know we're supposed to look at ourselves as gods or whatever, you know, whatever, but the congregation really get to looking at these pastors and these speakers or these people who's leading these people as gods, and they get to following them. And it's crazy because they get to doing all type of crazy stuff and they manipulating the people, and they just, it really, to me, it's like they just be trying to have sex all the time. It's like sex and shit. These motherfuckers be freaky. They want to be doing freaky shit.
To tell her side of the story, and it's an interview you only see on 11 Alive. Eligio Bishop, also known as Natureboy, is still in jail, facing charges that also include rape. His wife tells our Paula Soro he forced her to marry him after 3 years of knowing each other.
I feel that now looking back, I feel that I fell in love with an idea because he pretended to be someone that he wasn't.
Behind this smiling face, Velvet Marquez faced her hardest years next to Eligio Bishop.
He literally held me hostage. He took all of my identification, my passport, my birth certificate, my social, my bank cards, everything, you name it, medical documentations.
She says Bishop, the leader of the so-called cult Carbon Nation, went from spoiling her to abusing her when she got pregnant.
I was forced to engage in sexual activity that I did not want to do. I was still strangled on multiple occasions. So I had to willingly engage in these sexual activities because of to keep myself safe. He would abuse me in front of the women.
She had their daughter in 2019, and a year and a half later, she says he forced her to legally marry him in a Las Vegas chapel.
There was no medical attention given to us, so when I actually went into labor, I had to be rushed to the hospital 2 hours away.
For years, the cult would drive and settle across Central America. Velvet says Bishop lived off of other members' PPP loans and life savings. She gave him her $3,000 college fund, while others gave tens of thousands of dollars. And after 4 tries, she successfully ran away with their daughter with no money but hope.
My child is important. I don't understand how anybody could leave their child to be with him or to go live with him.
And we've been following this story closely since his arrest, and also have interviewed another woman who lived with Bishop after Velvet did. You can find her side of the story and more about the group on 11alive.com.
Listen, man, listen. I'm late, y'all. I'm late. I'm just now getting up on Natureboy and all this crazy stuff, but I just want to know, how did he convince these people to join whatever that was, join whatever they got going on and leave behind their life and come to him and believe? Because I looked into some of his stuff. I'm trying to see like what kind of message you pushing out and all this and what he be saying and everything. And he don't be saying shit. He ain't saying nothing positive really or nothing, man. He just be fronting. You can tell he's not genuine. It's just like he just wants some money and he want to fuck a lot of women and man and just want to control the situation. That's what I seen when I was doing my research. I'm like, man, I don't know about dog. Then he going through a case now and all this, but what caused these people to go join him? Like, What make you go join him and give him money and everything? Like, let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Thought anyone would see this. FLDS exposed. A private love. Letter from Warren Jeffs to his young bride.
Warren's sweet sweetheart, how he loves you, and I pray to love and bless as he does too. I rejoice to see his sparkle as it radiates from you, and blesses each of us to think of him. When we see you, heaven bless his sweet sweetheart and increase in her this day the gifts of heavenly comfort, to bless him in every way. I just feel so delighted that I am blessed to be a little part of our sweet sweetheart and all of his heavenly queens. Love you lots and more, to because I know that he loves you.
My father has around 87 wives, and he has 49 kids. My mom is the second wife, and I am her first daughter. Growing up, father treated me really special. If anybody wanted anything, they would say, Rachel, go ask father for this, because they knew he'd say yes. As a family, we were happy. But after he caught his life sentence, he became a lot harsher. And he's the kind of person that if he can't have something, he don't want other people to have it. So it was crazy. All the rules of staying hidden, not talking to anybody, not their hair, their dress, the way they eat, all that.
Man, all cult leaders just want to have sex with a whole bunch of women, man. That's all. And some of them want to have sex with men too. They be gay too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm seeing that from this. And then they be like, this dude right here, I think he was like having sex with his daughter too. He was having sex with his daughters and like, I just don't understand this shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then they like homie Rashad Jamal up talking about he a cult leader. He ain't got no brothel or woman and man stand with him, and he ain't have none of that stuff and none of that. And they made it seem like these motherfuckers, these real cult leaders right here.
He banned having children from the church. Everyone had to not have any kind of connection with their husbands. We were told to only handshake. So at the time that he sent this revelation, I was actually pregnant. It was hard on my relationship with my husband because I felt like I'm having your baby and you can't even give me a hug. But we obeyed. He made us feel guilty to love. It sounds crazy, and it is crazy, but it is how it is. My father, he is running the church from prison.
I'm giving this message. The Lord dictates these words.
And they still following him while he in prison. He was running it from prison. Like, these cult leaders, man, like they got a power. How do you get these people to really just sit there and take this? This shit crazy, man.
My mind and heart.
He talks through his brothers, Nephi and Isaac, who either record his messages or write them down.
We love you. You are the prophet.
They believe he is a man next to God and he can do no wrong. Whatever he does, they can't question him.
Less than 2 weeks later, JJ is also seen alive for the very last time in this doorbell footage. That evening, Alex is seen carrying JJ into their house. Lori explains to friends that this is because he was being a zombie, a term they frequently use to describe people controlled by dark spirits that can only be released through death.
If they were able to get rid of all the zombies in the world, then those zombies wouldn't get into those dead bodies and come back, kind of idea. And so, let's find out how many zombies are in Arizona. Okay, there's 20,000, whatever, 10. I don't even remember the numbers, it was so out there. And then she'd say a little prayer, whatever words she'd come up with that she thought were powerful. And then he would chat, oh, somebody died. Look, you can go find out obituaries. Well, he'd say that later to David, but anyway. In my opinion, you know, what I saw, at least, was just through a prayer that these people would pass away.
Lori and Chad believed that there were millions of zombies around the world, and the only way for the Earth to become fully pure was for them all to die. But they were extraordinarily good at keeping their beliefs secret from the cops, and in 2019, they had no reason to suspect that Chad or Lori were doing anything wrong. That was until just a month later, when Chad's ex-wife of 29 years, Tammy, died suddenly in her sleep, marking the family's second death in just 3 months.
Tammy's death was odd from the beginning. Family said she died in her sleep. They didn't want an autopsy performed.
We've had 2 deaths in 3 months. Everybody's passing away. My siblings on top of this are missing. My mom was missing until they found her in Hawaii, and it was just, everything was a question mark.
Tammy's death was extremely strange. She was in perfect physical health and she had no illnesses, but Chad requested for her to be buried without an autopsy. There were still dozens of other questions that the couple had yet to answer. There was still no sign of JJ or Ty Lee, and even Charles' kids were begging for an explanation for their dad's death. But it seemed like neither Lori nor Chad felt like sticking around to answer these questions, as 2 weeks later, they completely disappeared. The pair had gone off the grid and found themselves getting married in Hawaii, unbeknownst to anyone in the family and away from the ever more watchful eyes of the cops. But little did the couple know, their time in paradise would soon come to a sudden halt. Just days after the wedding, JJ's parents contacted the police saying that they hadn't been able to contact him for months and officially reported him missing. A month later, questions were finally being raised about the exact cause of Tammy's death. Her body was exhumed for an autopsy, and what they found changed everything. Tammy's death wasn't natural or accidental. She died of suffocation caused by a second party, and the discoveries didn't stop there. Text messages were quickly recovered between Chad and Lori talking about how Tammy was trapped in limbo and possessed by a dark spirit. Chad's property was then searched, and Lori was ordered to prove to authorities that her children were alive, an order she failed to complete. Finally, on the 21st of February 2020, Lori Vallow was arrested for child abandonment. And just a couple months later, both JJ and Ty Lee's remains were found on Chad's property. JJ was wrapped in a black plastic bag buried in a shallow grave, and Ty Lee was found beneath a pet cemetery, burned and torn apart. Lori Vallow's trial began on April 3rd, 2023. The Doomsday Cult mom is currently facing charges on 9 counts, including first-degree murder, conspiracy to murder.
What be wrong with these people, y'all? What be going on in their head? Like, damn. Man, hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate everybody in the building. Man, y'all make sure y'all staying positive, man. Keeping your sanity and thinking right, thinking for yourself, man. Don't let nobody manipulate you. Never. At least don't try to. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man.
And insurance fraud for continuing to receive JJ's government benefits long after his death. At best, Lori is facing life in prison, but prosecutors have stated that they have vowed to seek the death penalty for her truly devilish crimes.
Let me go ahead and wrap this up for all 3 of us that care. I just want y'all to know I just tried to make this video, but a new development came out after I posted, so I had to delete it, and I'm remaking it, but this absolutely has to be the last part, y'all, because this is just too messy and it's really disturbing my peace. So if y'all remember from the very first part, I explained to you all how Velvet got introduced into the mix. She came into the cult, the Natureboy cult, with her man Olar or Olaf. I can't remember his name, but she came into the cult. This was her man. She started sleeping with Natureboy, who was the leader of the cult, behind her man's back. Her man ended up being kicked out of the group, and her and Natureboy got legally married. Now, after several attempts of leaving the cult, she finally left on her 4th attempt. So now she's in a relationship with Solar. Oh, not a relationship. I'm sorry, they're actually married. Now, who is Solar? Let me remind you. Hold on. Let me move. Solar. This is Solar. That's Solar right there. Yes. Her ex-cult member, family member, I don't know what they call it, but he was in the Natureboy carbonation cult with her. Now I'm about to unfold a plot twist within a plot twist, so y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna let them tell their story, and then I'm gonna come back. Don't click off, because it'll get crazier.
Before I step up and step out or anything like that, I want to do a reveal about something. Someone else tried to do this for me, and I would like to take the matters into our hands by giving my wife the honors of doing a certain reveal that I'm sure you talk about they hate us now. Let's see.
They so crazy.
I love this.
Insane.
Love this.
It's touchy for me because of the situation and where I've come from, how I grew up, what I've experienced. But what I do know is that I don't regret anything in this moment or moving forward or what I've done in the past. So we are 7 weeks pregnant.
Woo!
But wait, there's more.
I couldn't have picked a better mother. I ain't gonna and that's kind of painful and kind of mean to say because there's another woman pregnant right now.
What, nigga?
Months in. But the way it happened was righteous. And let me say this last thing.
How is it righteous?
Her, and not for all of us, is that this is just the truth. You know, when me and her were together, we loved each other. We knew what it was from the beginning. We were just very authentic. It was like we've known each other for years already. So when we finally came together on this time, it was like, where have we been?
So this ninja left his very pregnant BM to be with his ex-cult leader's ex-wife and then impregnated her while the other woman is still currently pregnant. Well, that's enough mess for me today. I am logging off, but like I said from the get-go, this one right here, that Eliana girl, her and Natureboy, one and the same. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I'm leaving this story alone. Bye.
Man, that's too crazy, y'all. Like, I don't even understand that.
The fastest rundown on Natureboy that I possibly can. First things first, the name of his cult is Carbonation. Now, how I was first introduced to Carbonation is when they were flying on my old airline that I used to work with. They were flying on the aircraft, and the plane got ground stopped, and they had to get removed from the plane because of how bad they smelled. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the cult. Natureboy successfully ran his cult for about 10 years or so before he was caught in April of 2022. He's currently serving time awaiting trial for false imprisonment, rape, and revenge porn. Natureboy was so off of his rocker. Hell is really the best place for him, but I guess jail would be the second best. He was making these people fight each other. He was making his women fight each other until they were bloody. There was also a mysterious infant death on his compound when they were living in, I think it was Ecuador, and also an elderly lady passed away under his care because he would not allow her to take any medicine or allow her to see a doctor. He was manipulating these people every way he possibly could, including controlling what they ate, when they ate, if they ate, what they wear. Apparently there was some drug use going on, but honestly, the man was so sick, I don't put anything past him. He would go on live on Big O all the time, like 24 hours a day, and he would humiliate his wives. He would talk about them and their sexual performances in front of not only the World Wide Web, but also everybody in the house. He would tell, who was good at what. He would also put couples that were in his household on the spotlight, and when they would confide in them about their relationship issues, he would pretty much blast them in front of the whole house. There's literally so much stuff I can say about Natureboy because I went on that rabbit hole like years ago, and then when he got arrested, I went down the rabbit hole again. This is a whole series that I can make about that, but that's the synopsis of who Natureboy is.
There is no white people. It doesn't even make sense. There's only humanity in different vibrations of brown.
All I want to know is how and who. I've just seen two of the people that was part of his nation, tribe, cult, whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And they got together. He left his baby mama to be with her. She was the ex-wife of him. How do he convince these people? Like, what was he saying? What was he doing? I know he was like going live. They say he was going live on the internet, and he had a big following, social media, whatever. He was going live on something. I don't even know nothing about him, but I'm trying to see what convinced these people to be like, I'm finna go join him and be part of this and give my all to him. And like, what the fuck, man? Let's keep it going, y'all.
Everything in nature is green and brown. Different shades of brown. When you go to the beach, what color is the beach? Brown. Tan brown. You see? So all of humanity is brown. Different shades of brown depending on the melanin vibrating in the MSH, the melano-stimulating hormone that they have in the body. You can lose your brown. It's called vertigo.
Hey, oh my God. He trying to act like man. But what I'm saying is this ain't this like fake to me. This not genuine. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit he talking about, I can go read that up and come back and like. And I know, truth lady, I know you said read about narcissism. I know about narcissism, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that and everything. But what I'm saying is, even with it not like, how being the person to join those people in the background, how do you become one of them? I don't understand that.
You lose melanin and become less brown. Or you can gain melanin and become more brown.
Than me, nigga. I've seen a lot of great niggas, but I haven't found one nigga iller than me yet. Not even one nigga like. The only nigga I know liking to me is Yakin. And he believe in God. He don't believe he's God, but he got his woman saying that Yakin is his God. Yakin is their God, but he don't believe he's actually God. I try to tell a nigga he's God. He said, no, I'm not. I said, oh, okay. He ain't ready either. So then I realized this nigga didn't know he was God. I found another nigga that knew he was God in his mind, but wasn't living like it. He ain't living like it. Oh, nah, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna call them my employees. Why you lying? If you were God, they're your worshipers. They're your slaves. What are you talking about? These peoples is your slaves. What are you talking about? These people are my slaves. I'm a God. I have slaves. I have worshipers. I made these motherfuckers. I'm a God. What do you mean employee? Employee means that they're own.
And they follow. And you mean to tell me he didn't get arrested or get in trouble for like being a cult leader, or running a cult, but Rashad Jamal did? I mean, well, they just mentioned that about it. He didn't get in trouble for that. They didn't say that. They just said he is a cult leader. But man, do y'all hear this? Like, what I'm saying is, like, anybody listening to this, woman, man, everything, I'd be like, man, I mean, how do you, I know y'all say people are vulnerable and everything, but how do you just like be that vulnerable to be just like, I believe you, man. You are like you God. Like I seen some videos, man. They was kissing his feet. He was smacking them. This was the man and woman. He was doing all type of stuff. Like, how much money you gave me? He talking to him like all crazy. Like, man, he just like a pimp. He a pimp. And he having sex with everybody and just running his crib and
by the entity that owns the number. That means you giving away your souls to what? You give away your souls to, you're giving away your souls to what? You're giving away your souls to the system. So they don't work for you. They work for the system, the money. These niggas work for me. And yeah, they goofy, but so what? I still got it. And I can upgrade it. It'll get better, or it won't get better. So what the fuck what? I still feel like a king right now. I still feel God right now. I ain't gotta wait to get a lot of money, because I'm God right now. And eventually the money gonna come to me. What I'm telling you is I'm that nigga right now. And I've always been that nigga. And I ain't gonna let nobody not tell me that I'm not that nigga. You understand me? Now I respect everybody's laws. I respect the jurisdiction of the, this is my land. Y'all niggas is here on my shit. Understand? You here on this house, mine. This whole block, mine. This earth, mine, nigga. Do you understand?
hey, y'all, man. Listen, y'all. I hope y'all women, I hope the women in the chat, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying? Definitely loving yourselves and don't let nobody control y'all, man. Don't get to a point of like this. He is tripping, dog. First of all, however you want to think, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You're a guy, you king, you're just all yours, whatever. We all guys, we all kings. You know what I'm saying? We all feeling it. We all got everything. Like I'm just so stuck in my head of how do these women just sit there and just man.
Stand me, these women, mine. These men, mine. All black people, mine, nigga. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you feel me? You know, something so small is talking so big. Mine, nigga. And I mean that. And I love you. And I'm honest with you. If somebody say, oh, I can tell you all the good things that you have about yourself, and that's good. We need to hone in on those things. You hear what I'm saying to you? But here's the thing. I got something greater for you. Move. When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Don't use that water. That's not water. That's a cocktail of chemicals that you're putting into your body, and your body is absorbing. 1 gallon of water, that's not even counting the steam that is going into your lungs. It's giving you cancer. And not only that, it is calcifying your pineal gland, which allows you to connect to the higher realm, to the ether.
Listen, man. Nah, doggone. He went to, I don't give a fuck what the water. I don't give a fuck what the water, if it's doing, I'm go shower. I'm go wash up. I don't know what doggone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you can use natural soaps. You know what I'm saying? Some natural soaps and natural shampoos and stuff like that and everything. But I'm gonna wash up. You feel me? That's why they said they was at the Spirit and they couldn't fly that one time, because they said him and his congregation, tribe, I don't know what the fuck coat, they all was stinking and was smelling bad. Cause y'all ain't showering. You talking about the water, man. And they followed this dude. Y'all was like, this dude, they was giving this dude 50,000, 70,000 and doing chants and
All of those people have people on budget. They get paid to do what they're doing. and they all worship Allah. These people worship me. Who is your God?
You are three.
Up. Look at me. Who is your God?
You are three.
On your knees.
Oh my God.
Who is your God?
You are three.
Get it right, Musa. You've been here the longest. How long you been here, Musa?
Going on 5 years, I3.
How much have you donated to me?
Over $70,000, I3.
What? Man, are you serious? Hey, I know this is a serious matter and I shouldn't be laughing, but how? How? Man.
Captain True, how much money have you given me since you've been here?
Over 30,000, I3.
How much you donated? And what you donated? Say your life.
My life. I agree.
How many of y'all donated your life to me?
I
agree.
How many believe that I'm the return of Jesus?
I do. I agree.
How many of y'all believe that I'm the Messiah?
I do. I agree.
And who is your God?
You are my three.
Who is your God?
You are I three.
How about you?
You are I three.
And you?
You are I three.
Man, are y'all serious, dog? Are you serious? Are y'all serious? Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, dog. Are y'all serious, dog? Is he serious, dog? I know I'm late on this. I know I'm late. Man, I need to interview some of these people that was in this thing, man. I need to interview some of the people that was in this thing. Try whatever, that left or whatever. I want to talk to some of them. I got some questions, man. How? Like, what?
Okay, so what you have to realize is that for a long time, it's been really hard for me to come to the understanding that I'm actually a God. People have always been following me and worshiping me, and I've really been like struggling with the idea of me being what I really am. And finally, I understand what I am. In the last couple of 2-3 years, been kind of rough because I've been coming into it. But the more I've accepted, the more harmony has become in my life. And the more I've accepted that I'm a God and I'm supposed to be worshipped, and I allow these people to worship me. And as long as they have direction and understand what I never really knew why so many people was around me all the time. Like, people always surround me. Anywhere I go, they follow me. Since I was 19, people just be following me. They want to be around me. They want to be up under me and listen to me and just be up under my feet and just listen to me and listen to my teachings. I've always been like that. And this is the life of a God. And I'm coming out about it because gods have rights too. Now I have carbonation. But these people, these souls, they're like my sheep. They belong to me. No one can take them away from me. Just like Jesus said about his disciples. He said, no one can, the Father gave them to me. No one can take. There is no one else that's walking on this planet with the following.
As women in this system, we need help at times because a lot of times there's suggestions, this external reality that you're always suggested to, billboards and commercials and the music. It's always dousing you with to interact in the 7 deadly sins of the devil's playground. Oh. And so while you're in this space, it's like a culture medium. The world that I was in Long Beach, I was in Linwood, California is my culture medium, is where I was before I left. So you got flying helicopters, you got billboards, you got fast food all over the place, you got toxic TV and your grandma's TV, and the music playing around your neighborhood and all of these things, and while you're trying to listen to God.
And that's why you went to join him? Are you serious? This right here definitely made me believe that, like you said, them spells definitely are real. For real. Like, how?
You listening to God, keeping your ear close to what he's saying every minute of the day. So I needed extra help on my journey out because, hey, it's easy to get sucked back into your old ways and doing the wrong thing. It's hard to do the right thing. Somebody slap you in your face. What you gonna do?
Well, this will be part 2 on Natureboy, aka Elijah Bishop, the leader of Carbonation. I've always had a fascination for cults.
She talking about, yeah, it was society, it was the helicopters, the fast food. I'm around helicopters, fast food, people, casinos, shootouts. I can't flint. I mean, but she a woman, you know, we different, whatever. But she said she was around all this stuff and it forced her. And she like, he was just in my face and it just forced you. Like, you could just, you could just left that city you was at and moved to country or some little bullshit ass town or something. Like, it just don't make sense. I don't understand how he manipulated all these people to.
Because I'm always curious as to how do people get other people to like blindly follow them. Elijah Bishop's work experience that led him to being a cult leader is actually very interesting. His career off as a model, then he shortly became an exotic dancer, and then he became an SEA. After that, he became a barber, which he continued to cut the members of his cult's hair. So he was actually really good at that. I'll give him that. He used that experience to create a cult in Honduras in 2016. Before they were Carbonation, it was called Melanation. What happened, but they moved from Honduras to Costa Rica. They stayed in Costa Rica for about a year, and then they were kicked out of Costa Rica due to paperwork. Cult members to refer to him as God. He used food and sleep deprivation to control them and get them to adapt his ideology on nudism, polygamy, veganism. The list really goes on and on and on.
Nastyism, because he wasn't taking no showers or none of that shit. Crazy.
This man is very sick. Accepted as a member of the cult, you have to hand over your credit cards, your debit cards, your pins, any form of income that you have. And that's pretty much how he funded himself. Not only that, he made all of his cult members apply for PPP loans to help fund him, essentially. I guess them, whatever, as well. He has 4 alleged wives. You can see here, one of them is kind of cut out. But his legal wife, Velvet, hold on. This is Velvet, his legal wife. She says that she was actually forced to marry him after falling pregnant in 2018. But I just found out that that's actually a lie and that Velvet joined Carbonation. This is Velvet right here. She joined Carbonation with her man, Almec. And she was sleeping with Natureboy over here behind Almec's back. And basically, her and Natureboy conspired together and left.
Oh my God, y'all. So you mean to tell me dog had a brothel, house or whatever, crib, dudes and women. They weren't taking no showers. And he was hitting them all. And he was like bisexual, messing with the dudes too. And then the dudes was in relationships with the women too. And it was just like a mixture of nastiness. Man. And motherfuckers was wanting to join this. Y'all listen to this and join this and then go get your credit card, your debit card up as soon as you walk through the door. Here you go. God, my God. What they call him? 3. Whatever the fuck they was calling him. Listen, y'all. This is why I bring awareness to this stuff. Don't ever fall this deep. Man. How the fuck would you let somebody like him lead you?
On Mac, they made it seem like he left the group, but they left him, pretty much kicked him out because they wanted to be together. Oh, this gets messy. Hold on. After Mac left the cult, y'all, why did Natureboy write a diss song about him? Hold on, I'm about to see if I can insert a clip. So I can't find a Natureboy diss track, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I did find another diss track against Natureboy while I was looking for that, and I'm gonna insert that here. It's one of his former cult members. She went by the name of Mama 9 while she was in the cult. Y'all let me know what y'all think below. Y'all want to...
You see what he did to his DM? His wives getting did the same way. They don't want to stay. I heard they be trying to get away. I know you heard about Afro. And they call this nigga Messiah. Chief was beating her, she was screaming like Mariah. I know you heard about ISIS. They made us jump her and beat her. She wanted to leave that night, but they made us keep her. I know you heard about Loyal. I know you heard about Pice. They both got jumped by the so-called disciples of Christ.
I remember this, y'all. Y'all want part 3 on this one?
If I ever said it's fuck you, bitch, I swear to God I mean it. How the fuck is y'all in heaven when all y'all ass some demons? Ever since you left the system, you been acting like you Jesus. Boy, your ass ain't Jesus, you the devil, you deceiving. Bitch, just drop the low and let me know so we can
This kind of go hard, can't lie.
Made me wear a dress and skirt, see, I was...
Man. That shit was disturbing, man. And it's more. I ain't even show it like some of the stuff I seen because I couldn't show it. I ain't want to show it, y'all. It's too crazy. Like, if y'all can go, I'm sure y'all probably up on it because I'm late. You know, so I'm late to the party, so I'm sure y'all have seen some of the stuff. But dog was doing some crazy stuff, man. So, like, this cult stuff is crazy. I know some people are vulnerable, and I know some people be like down on their luck. Don't know who to turn to. They probably don't have no support. None of that. You know what I'm saying? And they probably really ain't got no faith into nothing or nothing. And then they probably get to seeing him somehow and receiving his message and believe it. And then they travel on and go follow him and thinking because they didn't have nothing else to go. You know what I'm saying? But I just pray and hope everybody just stay positive and stay on wave, y'all. Don't never let nobody manipulate y'all. That shit was crazy, y'all. Like, super crazy, man. I'm going to do some more research on it. I appreciate everybody who tapped in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace.
Fam over.